My name is Misaki, and I am a working housewife. I live with my husband, Brenton, and I'm currently pregnant. On this day.
Misaki, your belly is getting bigger and bigger.
Yes, it's a sign that our baby is growing.
It looks like your morning sickness has gone away too. Isn't it much easier now?
Yes, I've gotten past that tough phase, but my body is starting to feel a bit heavy.
I see. Well, with your belly growing, it's no wonder you feel that way.
And it might just be my imagination, but I sometimes feel the baby moving.
Really? Isn't it a bit early for that?
Some people do feel the baby move earlier.
I see. As long as the baby is growing healthy, that's all that matters.
Yes, it means our baby is growing very well.
Hey there, come out healthy and strong.
Hee hee, the baby will hear outside sounds a bit later.
Yeah, I know, but I just felt like saying it.
This is Brenton. Truth be told, I fell head over heels for him at first sight, and after persistently pursuing him, we ended up getting married. Brenton gets along very well with my mother-in-law.
Good evening. I've brought over some side dishes for dinner.
Oh, thanks, Mom. This is really helpful.
Yeah, I made your favorite meat and potatoes today.
Awesome. I love your meat and potatoes.
Thank you so much for bringing this over.
I heard you were using being busy as an excuse to serve mediocre meals.
Huh. Did you just say something?
Brenton, let me know if you have any requests, and I'll bring more next time.
All right. I wonder what I should ask for next.
Brenton is what you might call a mama's boy, and I found his mother's cooking to be too sweet and heavily seasoned for my taste. Despite being tired from work, I always tried to make healthy dinners for Brenton, so getting these side dishes from her was disappointing. And as for his mother,
Misaki, you need to take maternity leave or something soon.
I'm sorry, but I want to keep working as long as I can.
Honestly, work, you're a woman, you know? I have to ask, you're planning to focus on raising the child after giving birth, right?
No, I plan to return to work after my maternity leave.
What? You're going back to work? Your workplace will manage just fine without you.
I know, but I love my job and I want to continue it.
Oh? Are you saying Brenton doesn't make enough money? Or are you planning to use work as an excuse to avoid taking care of Brenton and the baby?
No, that's not what I mean at all. She complains about everything I do with such intensity that it's exhausting to deal with her. And when I talk to Brenton about it,
Well, Mom is quite the worrier. She's probably just giving advice for our future. Try to cut her some slack.
cut her some slack, ugh. Also, please stop taking me to your mom's place. I'm pregnant and not feeling my best.
Come on, you said you were feeling better than before. All right, fine. I'll go alone next time. But too bad, we have a concert to attend this weekend.
A concert? There's no way I can go. This is how things go. My concerns are dismissed. When I refuse to handle chores at his parents' house, Brenton leaves me, a pregnant woman, alone to go out with his mom. One day, while I was struggling with my husband's mother-first attitude, Brenton came home with his mother.
I'm home. I have a major announcement for you, Misaki.
That's why I'm here too. You're going to be surprised.
A major announcement.
We bought a house. I just signed the contract.
What? A house? You signed a contract?
You need a house to raise a child. You must feel cramped in this small apartment.
Yeah, now we can raise our child comfortably.
But you never discussed this with me. How can you just spring this on me?
I gave him the advice. It's a much more practical suggestion than anything you could come up with.
Even so, making such a decision without consulting me. And I'm heavily pregnant. How can we manage a move now?
I saw a real estate flyer and just knew it was right. The house is a bit old and farther from the station, but it's closer to our workplaces.
It's spacious enough for when the baby arrives and even if I move in.
Wait, even if you move in.
Yes, Mom will be moving in with us. Isn't that great?
You'll need help after giving birth. It's wasteful to spend money on daycare.
Now you can go back to work after your maternity leave without any worries. We have a mortgage now, so you'll need to work hard. Let's start packing right away since we need to cancel the lease on this place in our old house.
Brenton and his mother were so excited, completely oblivious to my feelings, angry at how inconsiderate they were. I decided to take action. The next day, Brenton and his mother showed up at my parents' house.
Misaki, what's the meaning of that note saying you're leaving the house?
Yeah, Misaki, what are you doing at such an important time?
I left because I can't deal with you two anymore. I'm not going back to that house, and I'm not moving into the new one either.
Don't be ridiculous. We have important contracts to finalize.
talking about the house now? Who's being ridiculous? I don't care anymore. You two can do whatever you want.
What a selfish daughter-in-law. You should obey what Brenton decides.
Yeah. Have you thought about the future at all? Who's going to take care of the baby? I'll forgive you if you come back home right now.
Evan, if you forgive her, we don't.
If you want to take her back, you'll have to convince us first.
Brenton and his mother came to take me back, showing no consideration for my feelings. Seeing this, my parents stepped in.
This is a matter between my wife and me. Please stay out of it.
Do you think we care? Our daughter is in trouble. If we don't help her, who will?
I've heard you've been leaving pregnant Misaki alone while you go out with your mother. What kind of upbringing did you have in your household?
What did you say? Brenton has always acted with Misaki's best interests in mind. You have no right to judge him without knowing the full story.
Thinking of Misaki. Don't lie, you've been ignoring her feelings and imposing your own views.
And to top it off, you went and signed a contract for a house without consulting her. That's outrageous.
What? Did you tell them everything?
Yes, I told my parents everything. They deserve to know the truth. My parents share my feelings. I won't be going back to you.
Enough! What are you thinking involving your parents in this? You're just sulking because you didn't get enough attention. This isn't something to involve your parents in.
What have you been listening to? I'm angry because you've only cared about your mother and ignored my feelings. This isn't about wanting attention.
But I told you, everything was for your sake. Misaki, come back home. We can't buy the new house without you.
I know. I don't think you could buy a house without relying on my savings.
You think we'd allow you to buy a house with Misaki's money without her consent?
If it had been a mutual decision, that would be one thing, but this one-sided action is unacceptable. You are out of line just because Misaki earns more than you.
Wait, Misaki earns more? Brenton, what does she mean? Is that true?
I don't know. It's not like we compare paychecks.
Well, should we show our pay stubs right now?
No, don't do that.
Brenton made a bitter face when confronted about his salary, but he seemed determined to keep pretending. So, I decided to. Mother-in-law, Brenton said not to call him a low earner, but the truth is, he is.
That can't be. But Brenton was the one who suggested buying a house.
Yes, but who buys a house without consulting their family first? Brenton only thinks about impressing you, mother.
That's not true. Stop spreading lies. I made the decision because I'm the breadwinner. There's nothing wrong with that.
Even if you were the breadwinner, that doesn't give you the right to do whatever you want. You leave all the chores to your pregnant wife and spend all your time with your mother. Even if you made more than me, your behavior is inexcusable.
Stop saying if. I am the breadwinner. That's a fact. And of course, I prioritize my mother. You only have one mother.
And you only have one wife. And what about the money? Are you finally going to admit the truth? You couldn't even afford an old house after spending on your mother, right?
That's not true. I have enough savings and a good salary.
Then why don't you pay for the mortgage yourself? No matter how much you want to show off, you can't give what you don't have.
Enough. Don't say things to embarrass me in front of my mother. It's because of that attitude that I end up prioritizing her over you.
How dare you? Have you always put your mother first like this?
Misaki and the baby are your family too. Why can't you see that?
Brenton, now under fire from my parents as well, suddenly looked sullen.
What's with everyone? My mother is the most important person to me, so I prioritize her. What's wrong with that?
Brenton is truly a kind boy who cares about his mother. If anyone's at fault, it's Misaki for not understanding that.
Say whatever you like. I'm divorcing Brenton. You two can do whatever you want after that.
What? Divorce? I won't allow it.
Yeah, I'm not signing anything. I won't let you leave me.
I don't need your signature. I'll force the divorce.
But what are you talking about? You can't do that.
You always come home late. You've been seeing your subordinate behind my back, haven't you? You're not only harsh to a pregnant woman but also cheating? That's more than enough grounds for divorce.
No way. Brenton cheating. That must be a mistake.
That's right. I would never do something so unfaithful. Do you have any proof? If not, this is defamation. If you don't retract that statement, I'll sue you for slander.
Brenton was shocked by my accusation, but refused to admit his infidelity in front of his mother. Then suddenly,
If you want proof so badly, I'll show it to you.
What? Who are you?
He is Mr. Daki, a renowned lawyer in his field.
Misaki has been consulting us about you two for a while. So we had a private detective and a lawyer investigate.
What? So that's how you knew about the affair?
Brenton, so you were cheating after all.
No, that's not what I meant.
It's useless to deny it. We have plenty of photographic evidence.
You can't talk your way out of this. You'll be paying alimony and child support.
Brenton, tell the truth already.
It was a momentary lapse in judgment. Can't you forgive me for that?
A lapse in judgment. You've been coming home late consistently, so it's ongoing, isn't it? That's unforgivable.
Come on, Mom. Aren't you supposed to be on my side?
It's not about taking sides. It's about whether Misaki can forgive you.
You seem to be confused. Misaki has sacrificed a lot for you. You, who didn't reciprocate, should know your place.
What? And I haven't even apologized that.
But you need to make things right. We can't pay the money or have a place to live. You need to take responsibility and support us for now.
Don't shift the blame. This is entirely your responsibility. If you need support, ask your beloved son.
Fine, Brenton, it looks like you'll have to take care of me.
Are you kidding? Do you think I have the means to support you? You should take care of me. You're my mother.
It's time you grew up and became independent. Stop acting like a child.
You're the one saying that. You've been enjoying your position for so long.
Only because you wouldn't let go. Now it's time for real filial duty.
What is this nonsense? You just want to dump everything on me. I'm not living with you if you're going to be like that.
You have an obligation to take care of me. Just do it already.
Enough. Take your pathetic family squabbles somewhere else. And don't ever come near me or my child again.
As stated, please direct all further communication through me.
Wait a minute. This can't be the end. It's not real.
If this continues, we won't even have a place to stay tonight.
That's not our concern.
This is the consequence of disregarding Misaki.
I hope you two have a wonderful life together. Goodbye.
No, this can't be happening. How can I be sued when I have no money?
What's going to happen to us now?
Thus, Brenton and his mother left, their shoulders slumped in defeat. With Daiki's help, I divorced Brenton and demanded alimony and child support. When he suggested monthly payments, I refused because I wanted to cut ties completely. Reluctantly, Brenton took out a loan to pay the lump sum. As a result, Brenton and his mother, now completely out of money, moved into a cheap apartment and started new part-time jobs. At this point, I also sued Brenton's mistress for damages. This exposed Brenton's affair at his workplace, and unable to endure the scorn from his colleagues, he resigned. He attempted to find another job, but due to his financial obligations, he couldn't afford a proper job search period and ended up taking on more part-time work. Brenton and his mother found themselves working tirelessly to repay their debts. Meanwhile,
So this is your daughter, Sakura. She's adorable.
Haha, isn't she? She's our pride and joy.
I apologize, he's been like this ever since she was born.
Dad, please be quiet. You'll wake up Sakura.
Oh, your eyes are all red and swollen, sir. What happened?
It's a badge of honor, you could say.
Whoa, did you get injured protecting Sakura?
It's not that dramatic.
He always says I wouldn't mind if my grandchild poked my eye out, and then he actually got her finger in his eye.
Isn't that just a figure of speech?
But I didn't feel any pain at all.
You say that with your eyes all swollen.
Since then, I successfully gave birth to my daughter, Sakura, and have been busy with childcare. Unlike before, my parents have been incredibly supportive, allowing me to live each day with peace of mind. On this particular day, Daiki visited us for some business and took the opportunity to meet Sakura. Unfortunately, she was asleep, so he couldn't fully appreciate her cuteness. But then again, even if she were awake, it would be impossible to convey all of Sakura's charms in such a short time. Truly appreciating her would require being with her all the time. Despite noticing that some of her annoying traits might resemble her father's, we continued to enjoy our peaceful days together.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.